Hello, back again to this course Golang Microservices full course. And in the previous video we have already done a long journey for the event driven microservice that transfer cross wallet. Yeah, we use the monolith project again. And then I think in this video I want to split a little bit smaller pieces that we will still go into the event driven, but for now we will do the stripe. As you can see in the previous course, in the previous video or something that we have already done, actually we have done for payments, which is for the payment service to top up from Stripe, and then after that we do what actually in here. If you can see on my screen, I hope you also got along with me in the payment Stripe checkout. While we do the create checkout session, we just did the create checkout session and return what we return the URL the URL for saving, not saving, but for process the payments. And after that we will catch the webhook from the Stripe. And don't forget, if you run the Stripe, you should have this one run on your terminal, which is Stripe listen forward to localhost your API gateway ports. And then in the code, we go back in the code. When we process webhook, actually we directly update the status for the payment, and then also trigger the gRPC communication to the transaction service to make the top up happen. Here the X client top up is from the proto, which is doing accepting the top up request. Top up request is user ID, amount, and item potentiality. If you have done to the proto, which is here, transaction proto, yeah, this one top up right, and this should be processed by the transaction service inside main.go. If you can see, we have a proto here. We start the proto server. Wait a second. Well, when in here, right? So the top up is should be works when we do from Stripe, and this one actually top up here, going to the service top up. Wait, I want to check this one. Yep, in here register transaction service with this one, new transaction service gRPC, and we have a top up function right here when doing the service top up. And here service top up is trying to update the transaction to status success. and also calling the wallet to update the wallet balance, and calling the ledger to record the ledger. Yeah, and this is the webhook is still synchronous actually, because we still waiting. And what we want to do right now is we want to make it async. We are not doing this directly top up, but instead we will push to the outbox events, and then the RabbitMQ will text the job to doing the settlement, to doing the top up transaction to the transaction service. Okay, so now we will reuse the existing Stripe checkout, and then we keep webhook signature actually, and then we refactor the webhook. So this point, the flow is as I tell you before, which is payment service verify Stripe signature and update payment status, and directly calls the transaction service top up. But in this episode we want to make it verify Stripe signature still and update the payment status, but we publish the payment settle event. So the target is Stripe, payment service, and RabbitMQ will do the payment events. So what I want to do right now is basically first in the Docker Compose. Docker Compose, do we need? Yeah, Docker Compose. I will add the RabbitMQ inside the payment services. It should be in payment service 259. I think here I want to close all first, close to the right. Inside Docker Compose in 259 here, actually I add the RabbitMQ, which is for the payment service. And then for the user service, what is the user service 1 2? Okay, this one is later because this is just changing the hard-coded things. Yeah, we can do later, but here inside the payment I want to create the service first. Here I want to change the TX client to the publisher, payment publisher. So inside the payment service, in here actually should be in here, internal payment service.go 32. Here I change the TX client to publisher, but publisher will still an error because we don't have the publisher file yet. So we create here publisher.go, we create the package. Inside publisher we create the publisher folder first. Inside payment publisher, this one should be publisher.go. What we should do is here payment publish payment settled, and then close. So we have an error because we need the model inside payment settled event. We add in the model inside the model.go in here, payment settled event. Yep, we have no error, but we need to have the function which is inside here actually. Okay, by here, this one. Okay, RabbitMQ publisher.go. This one new RabbitMQ payment publisher, and this one should have the publish payment settled and close. This publisher also payment settled and close. This one is actually if you want to change the RabbitMQ to Kafka or something, you just change in here, and this publisher will still doing this his job inside here. Publisher payment publisher, if you see inside here, right? And then we go back to the service. We should try to change the TX client to publisher payment publisher, and this one publish TX client to pub. Yeah, and in the process webhook, what I want to do is actually event Stripe event. This one actually we can ignore this one, but if we want to make it clear, we just change to Stripe event variable, which is here, and then Stripe event. All of the event we need to change to Stripe event. Do we have an error again? No, I think so. We just, what do we do right now is remove the trigger wallet credit, which is here. We delete, actually we delete until where, until this one logger, and primary update status is still doing this job, but I want to change. First I change this one to the publisher settlement. So yeah, this one should be changes like this, and we just in the previews we do the X client top up, which is called via gRPC to the transaction service. We delete this one, and we just push to the publish payment settled, and this publish payment settled inside here is published with context, this one. And we have an error actually inside this main.go, so we copy payment publisher here, wait, and then we do the pub error. We change the TX connection to the transaction gRPC, this one. We use the pub instead, and we change the logger for now because we are not connecting to the transaction service, but we do connect to the RabbitMQ, so we do defer close here, and the X client also we just can delete, and the X client here we change to the pub, and then we done for now. We just save. Yep, this one should be fine, and then this letter will go to the RabbitMQ payment publisher, and after that we move on to the transaction service. We start adding the payment consumer worker here. in the transaction service gmd main.go 1.5 in here new payment consumer worker, because we need to start to consume the payment settled that from queue from what the payment Stripe sent last time we do. Okay, and then after that we do the model as well, which is now model is inside external model for now. I add here, wait, I think the copy paste is not working properly. Okay, here, okay, this one should be good. Event ID, event type, and it said right here. Then we add the process payment settled inside the service, which is here. This one is in the 40, so we are going up here. In here we create new function, which is process payment settled. This is gonna do in the before the end lah, before the end, I think. Actually after mark fail, after reconcile pending transfer, the reconcile pending transfer is the function that we have already done in the previous video, alright. And this one is just to get from transaction that using external transfer to the different e-wallet, and then after that we reconciliation, and we if the status is if the status has been confirmed, we settle the transaction here to go to the outbox as well, outbox repo create transaction, and then update the status transaction. Yeah, this one. Okay, after at the server, the service, I need to create the payment consumer, which is here. Worker payment consumer .go. So actually new, ensure connection to retries with a back off, and then we just try to process the message here, which is go to the process payment settled that we have already created in the service. This one is to go the top up, so top up is called inside the transaction service, not from the payment service. Okay, and then I think I have another 3 things to do, which is here. This is just to make sure that we are not using something like HTTP localhost, localhost, something like this. We are not doing this. Also inside the service.go here, we should remove. This is inside the payment service. Set the service. We should remove this one, because if you can see in the shared, we have already doing that, which is here, so it's redundant. Yeah, we need to get rid of it if anything inside the other service. Also, I want to do that in the main.go. Then I will copy this one, and inside the user service main.go, in the user svc, I add after email sender, which is gfg.base url. Okay, the user service should error because don't have, so I just add this one in here, right? Here as well, right? And then this one as well. Yep. So after that, we just change the body to remove the localhost and change it to the %s and pass the parameters inside the fmt printf. Yeah, this one should be, yeah, then should be okay. And after that, I wanted to close to the right for all of the code, just like make tidy first. cd microservice, don't forget microservices, make tidy. Okay, and then make build linux, and then docker compose. After that, up just this build -d low. Okay, we check again here. Do we have an error? All of the service should be started, and we try to implement. I think I need to confirm if I have the user wrong email or password. I think I need to register. Now, so we need to check the mailhawk, is it still working as usual? Mailhawk is inside 1 to 2. Oh yeah, 8025. Yeah, still got the http localhost and should be true, so this one consider works. We changed last time, and I think I want to log in here in the access token. I want to change here inside what I call it, payment, actually payment Stripe. So want to put in some 55,000, and before doing this, I want to see in the RabbitMQ overview. We have nothing here like trigger something here, and I want to just pay 15,000, and we see here, we need to see do we have the data or not. Payment events, this exchange, yeah, we have this one, this one. I think you can see, right? We wait here, payment or transfer. Payment should be actually, or transfer. Let me see. Payment, I think, but I'm not sure. I am not checking it, but this one should be the trigger from us. Okay, so we can try to check our, I think our wallet, yeah, in here. Why so long? I'm not sure. Okay, close all first, close all tabs. I think I need to check the ledger. Credit 15,000 and the wallet I got the 15,000. Okay, then should be good. Reconcile should be true, and then I think this is transaction history. We need to check success top up. Yeah, I think this is still working, so this event driven for the top up with the RabbitMQ is considered done. Yeah, and see you in the next video.